because life is going to throw you some hiccups. It's going to throw you some curveballs. It's going to throw you some obstacles that's in your life. And if you know what your mission is in life, you don't have to keep getting distracted over and over again. And then if you do get distracted, guess what? Come back to what's the mission? Family. Welcome to the Bacon Bits Podcast, fam, where we desire for you to take the bits of information and immediately apply them to your life for success. The ground rules for our podcast is that it will always be encouraging, uplifting, and informative. The areas of life that we'll be talking about on the Bacon Bits Podcast is dealing with having a balanced life. And I want to hear y'all say it while you're driving down the street, while you're in your cubicle. You ain't got to holler it, but I still want you to say it out loud so you can hear it. Say valuable information applied equals success. Family. This is my mission is the name of this episode. And the reason why I said this mission, because fam, you being you, God has gifted you to have something that you're supposed to be doing that can't nobody else do what you do like you do it. I believe everybody is gifted that way. Everybody is gifted. And you might hear a statement, and I'm about to say my statement in a minute, that drives me. Like it, I think about it constantly all the time, because I've been placed in this world to help people repair stuff, usually, okay? I've worked with developmentally disabled people for 18 years, and we're trying to help them learn coping skills and handling, different tasks, whether it's taking a shower, whether it's putting their clothes on every morning, whether it's eating breakfast and putting their dishes in the sink. Fam, we was always trying to help them with skills to help them live their own life as independently as they could. And then I worked in psych for 8 years, bipolar, schizophrenic, things of that nature. And it was helping people to navigate the wonderful issues that they had in life, whether it was, one of those different issues. And I'm going back into that field, matter of fact, but more independently and on my own. And then I work with former drug addicts and alcoholics that are trying to get their life in order from the damage that was done from the substances that they were taking. And my mission, if I was to tell you what my mission is, I got this from Frederick Douglass, and I love this mission statement. It is easier to build strong children than it is to repair broken men. It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. And like I said, I got the gift of repair. I'm the typical man. I like to fix things. Now, I don't fix things. I like to fix people because of the brokenness that's happened in their life. So that's what God has given me to do to fix that. But I would prefer to teach kids this thing correctly the first time so they don't have to redo it and relearn it all over again. But unfortunately, that's what happens in life. It's life be lifing, and we get distracted and we get off course, and sometimes we have to go back and start all over again. And part of my mission of wanting people to know at the beginning, if we can get this right and help our kids get this stuff right at the beginning. That's why I talk so much about the balance. Like I said, I told you my mission in life is balance, man. I love talking about it. I can talk about it 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I really can talk about it every day, all day. I love talking about it. And if we can get the foundation laid for my babies, that's why I want to start even leaning more towards kids than I've ever done before, is if we can teach them the basics, man. Like I said, I ain't trying to teach you how to be no millionaire, but if I could teach you we can balance a budget. If we could teach you to pay bills on time, if we could teach you to start saving, 10% of your income every day, it's the basics, man. I ain't trying to get deep. I'm not. If we could teach you some healthy relationship skills of trust, commitment, love, communication, all that stuff, man. I can't tell you enough how many situations you would have saved yourself untireless agony and distress from if we could communicate better. Bam, taking care of your body, man, that health is important, man. God, because there's nothing like being in chronic pain so bad that you can't even focus and think because you're so focused on the pain that nothing else can register in your brain at the moment. So walking around in a healthy body, man, and keeping it healthy and maintaining it, Beautiful. Getting your mind right. Focus on what's that goal, that dream. You say, like, you know what, man, I want to be thinking about positive, encouraging thoughts. I want to think about what's my next season. As I'm in my new season, my season I'm in now, think about what lessons should I learn from my past season that I was supposed to learn. Constantly be thinking stuff like that. And then I want you to have a foundation in Jesus. Don't hide it from nobody, fam. If you can get that, man, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, only, that whosoever shall believe on him shall have eternal life. Fam, just starting with that, knowing that God loves you so much. But guess what? If we don't have that stuff laid as the foundation, fam, all we're going to do is continue to be repairing stuff over and over and over again, whether that's going from job to job to job to job to job, instead of finding out what it is that I'm gifted to do, that I can have as a career. Instead of going from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, instead of getting that one relationship that you can pour everything into. That's the mission, man. That's the mission. To raise great kids that want to hang out with you. They want to call you and want to check up on you and see how you're doing. To have kids like that, fam, to enjoy their growing season as you're helping them grow and they're helping you grow as an individual. For us to have a marriage that once the kids move out the house, guess what? We ain't got to rediscover each other all over again, but we could keep maintaining our relationship and making that mug just go to the stratosphere in love. Family, to know that, family, if you know you ain't getting no new body in life, you only get one. And so since you're only getting one, how about we lay a foundation of taking the supplements that we need to take, man? I'd rather do an ounce of prevention than a pound of cure any day. What is an ounce of prevention? Whether that's B vitamins, whether that's magnesium, whether that's zinc, whether that, and we can go on and on, all the different supplements they got out there that can help you for eating right. What are the different foods that have the right things, that have it in the food, that I don't have to even take a supplement for, just have it in the food? Whether we have different herbs and spices, whether we have different things that we can do to naturally heal, to be out in that sun and getting some sun, to get that fresh air. Fam, make sure we're drinking enough water. See, if we lay the foundation right in the beginning, it's going to be beautiful. But that's part of, man, I want to help build strong kids, to build strong people, man. Excuse me. So that when life be happening, because life be happening, y'all. Life be happening. Guess what? You got a game plan. You're already doing the right things. And you just got to keep on doing those right things. Because life is going to throw you some hiccups. It's going to throw you some curveballs. It's going to throw you some obstacles that's in your life. And if you know what your mission is in life, you don't have to keep getting distracted over and over again. And then if you do get distracted, guess what? Come back to what's the mission. That's the coolest part about life, man. Don't have to overthink. When life distracts me, and fam, I get distracted just like everybody else. When life gets me distracted, fam, bling, what's the mission? And sometimes we get pretty far off of our missions because life just gets distracting us from whatever it is that we get distracted from. That's why marriages can end in divorce, because they were distracted. That's why parents and kids get, distant from each other, because we got distracted with work and life. Part of us with our health, man, how we get distracted. You can get off your game plan. That's why we gain weight, and that's why we get out of shape. It's because we got distracted. Fam, TV time, game time, man, that thing, woo, that thing be consuming, y'all. That thing be consuming. Before you know it, you're going to look back over your life and be like, man, I ain't accomplished nothing, or I didn't have the goals and dreams I needed met, because we got distracted. Same thing with your relationship with God. Family, you have to work at it intentionally to have a relationship with God. You have to work at it. It just don't happen by osmosis. You have to have a game plan. But that's the part of knowing what's your mission in life. What are you supposed to be doing? That every time life gets distracting, come back to the mission. What is the mission that you want to accomplish in life? What is the goal? Can any business get distracted and get off course from what they usually do? And sometimes you can. Because I think about all the great companies that I used to really like. Oh, man. Radio Shack. Woo! Blockbuster. Woo! Red Box. Woo! Fam, ain't nothing wrong with showing the movies, but guess what? They should have transitioned over to, guess what, doing the mailing the CDs like they should have. They should have transitioned over to getting a box outside, and you don't need no play people. They should have transitioned to online with the like Paramount Plus and all that. Fam, they should have transitioned that beautifully, because that's what they was already doing. But they got off course from, guess what? What's the whole mission? Yeah, guess what? Stay in your lane, but guess what? You want to be innovative in your lane. I can tell you in a heartbeat, when I was in my 20s, man, I would preach to you, lift weights, lift weights, lift weights, lift weights, lift weights. In my 30s, lift weights, lift weights, lift weights. Okay, as I'm hitting them 40s, lift weights and stretch. And in my 50s, stretch, 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 and lift weights. You notice the transition? Bam, I stretch way more than I do in lifting weights. I still lift, don't get me wrong. Still do my push-ups, sit-ups, calisthenics, all that. What's more important to me than anything is stretching. But what's more important than even that is health. See, notice I kept, the mission is still health. Don't get me wrong. I want to be healthy. How I do it? Fam, it had to transition. I had to grow. And that's part of, the mission didn't change. Staying healthy. The mission didn't change. How I approached health? Totally different. Totally different. So, fam, what is your mission in life? What are you supposed to be doing? Write it down. Make it plain. I want you to be able to describe it to people when you're doing it. Whatever that thing is. So, family, what do y'all hear me say on every podcast? Valuable information applied equals success. I will drive you crazy with saying that. Why is that? We give you a lot of information in such a short period of time. We do. We give you great information in a short period of time. Fam, none of that information means nothing if you ain't applying it. What I always love saying, fam, what's torture for you is knowing what you're supposed to be doing in your life mentally, but in your heart, you haven't grasped the desire to do it. You mentally know. That's torture when you know mentally what you're supposed to be doing, but you ain't applying it in your heart. Fam, that will drive you absolutely crazy. So it's understanding, what is your mission for you? What are you supposed to be focused on? What direction are you supposed to be going in? Keep the mission. Keep the values. How do you go about doing it? That might change up, but the mission never changes. I want y'all, from every episode we do, I want you to have a balanced whole life. It requires juggling. You only got 2 hands and you got 5 balls. 2 hands, 5 balls. Remember, finances, relationships, health, mind, spirit. So as you got 2 balls in your hand, 3 balls are up in the air. So you're constantly juggling this thing called life. So you can have your best life. But if you don't write down the goals, you don't have the mission of what you want to do, fam, you will easily get distracted from where you want to go in life. Fam, I love y'all so much. Man, find out exactly what is your mission statement for you. What is it if somebody come up to you and ask you, what do you stand for? What are you all about? You can give them within 3 minutes or less, you can give them a whole breakdown of what your life stands for. Now, they might ask you to embellish, to enhance, to go into more detail about the situation. But fam, you can break that down and really quickly what you stand for and what you're all about. Fam, find out what your mission statement is for you. Take some time, get you a pad and pencil, or get your phone, text it into your phone, and then read that mission statement to yourself every day, so you will stay focused on what you need to be doing in this life. Fam, I love you guys. This is your boy John Bacon with another segment of Bacon Bits. Fam, what's your mission? God bless. What up, fam? Do you need some extra tools that's going to help your life be the best that it can possibly be? Are you constantly juggling work, family, and personal time, only to feel drained and unfulfilled? That's where the book that I wrote, called The Balanced Life, can be your guide to reclaiming your time, energy, and happiness, with practical strategies for setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, and achieving real balance. This book helps you create a life that you love without the burnout. Get ready to break free from the chaos and step into a life of purpose and peace. Grab your copy of The Balanced Life, because you deserve a life that works for you. Also, we have The Unraveling. It's a journal to help you write, reflect, and heal. Your thoughts matter. Your feelings deserve space. The Unraveling journal is more than just a notebook. It's your personal guide to self-reflection, healing, and growth. With guided prompts, mindfulness exercises, and room to express yourself freely, this journal helps you untangle emotions, process life's challenges, and rediscover clarity. Take a moment for you. Write, reflect, and heal, one page at a time. And fam, also another book written by my wife is Healthy Relationships. Because fam, you know this, great relationships don't just happen, they're built. Whether it's with your partner, kids, friends, or co-workers, strong connections are the foundation of a happy life. In healthy relationships, you'll learn how to communicate better, set healthy boundaries, and nurture trust in every relationship that matters to you. Because when your connections thrive, you thrive. Start building stronger, healthier relationships today. Order your copy at kingdomservantsfirst.com. Once again, that's kingdomservants1st.com. Fam, we want you to be the best version of yourself. Get one of these books today. God bless.